So according to today's epic drop from the Monroe Institute, there is a gathering of extraterrestrials and interdimensionals around planet Earth right now that are filling their proverbial stadium and theater seats, getting ready for the big show. Some significant event that is about to take place on Earth that is going to dramatically change the course of human history and the Earth's. And it's so significant, not just to humans and Earth, but to the greater universe and these interdimensionals, that they are all coming here, flocking here from all over space and time to observe, to be a part of this event, because evidently it only happens one in every 100 million or so years. Now this is significant, guys, and this is about to happen on Earth. And for decades now, they have been getting here early. And according to Tom Campbell and Robert Monroe, they just released one of their Explorer tapes today that went into this, and I'm going to talk about it because it's endlessly fascinating. And if you don't know, real quick, the Explorer series is these archival tapes that the Monroe Institute releases every week of the heyday of the Monroe Institute, when they would take people in this special room. I've been in the room, it's amazing. And he had this elite squad of astral explorers, and they would take them through all the densities of Earth and our physical matter reality to the furthest reaches of the astral and the universe. And they were able to make direct communication and talk to higher dimensional and higher conscious beings. Ask them questions. Robert Monroe was a monitor. He would be able to get real-time answers back from them through this kind of channeling process they had. It was freaking amazing. And so today, Tom Campbell is talking to a higher dimensional named Thor, and he's talking about the kind of interplay between humans and aliens. And Thor explains it like this. Basically, this is like a cosmic ocean, and there are just a shit ton of life out there. I mean, it's not crazy. Aliens aren't crazy. It'd be crazy if they weren't there. There are so many different kinds of alien life that we couldn't even ever catalog them all. It's almost endless. And most of them don't give a shit about humans or Earth, period. They have their own journeys going on, their own things going on. They don't care. We're not that significant. But right now, we are, because right now there's something about to happen. So they're all starting to gather around, especially the higher consciousness and higher intelligent beings, because we're about to go through this major shift, this major change, and they want to be there for it. The good guys want to be there to help us through what they're calling the spiritual ascension. And then the bad guys want to be there because they want us to fail, because then we'll retreat from being the dominant species on Earth, and they can either take over the Earth or enslave us or whatever their little plan is. Let's hope it all works out. Thor says that he's for humans. He likes humans and he likes Earth, and he wants everything to work out, and that's why he's helping. Now, Tom Campbell doesn't normally talk about aliens. He always says, I just want you to make your own decision, so I don't want to color anything. Even though he has been astral traveling for decades and knows more than probably anyone on Earth about this stuff, he never talks about it. But this is an actual channeled tape of him. So this isn't him talking about it. We're kind of listening in on this explorer experience that he's having. So he's just talking, and what he's talking about is crazy. So check this out. He says that, okay, there's all these extraterrestrials all around Earth right now, right? All their motherships and spaceships and everything everywhere. And that they're starting to form these alliances and these organizations, right? Kind of like the United Nations of space. This makes you think a lot of the Galactic Federation. So there's all these people talking about how they, crazy ass spider, how they channel the Galactic Federation, and how they usually get these messages of hope and also warnings and that kind of stuff. Well, this is what he's talking about, that there's all these higher level extraterrestrials all around Earth, different kinds, that are forming these groups because they want to assist us through this change. Okay? That's pretty freaking awesome, if you ask me. Now, what does this change? What event is happening? What's going on? Well, Tom Campbell says that he gets the impression that it's geological, but that it's spiritual, right? That there's some sort of spiritual ascension thing going on. Well, I remember another channel tape from the Monroe Institute Explorer series where they talked about how planet Earth is actually a living, breathing, spiritual, conscious entity that is having its own conscious awakening. It's going through essentially like a Kundalini experience. And when Earth goes through its spiritual awakening, and it's basically putting out feelers to the rest of the universe saying, hey, I'm here, I'm aware, I want to be a part of you guys, I'm looking for friends, hey, what's up, guys? Then it started attracting all its attention. And as Earth goes through its spiritual ascension, we are tied, right? Intrinsically through to Earth. So as it shifts, we shift. We have to shift. If we don't shift, we get left behind, we cease to exist, we get thrown out of harmony, something bad happens, I don't know what it is. But as Earth shifts, we need to shift with it, right? That's why people say, raise your vibration. Why are we raising our vibration? I think the urgency is Earth is raising its vibration, and we have to raise ours, or It ain't gonna work, right? It's kind of like having a key to a lock. It has to fit. So we need to be on that same vibration, that same frequency as Earth as it changes. This is my opinion. This is how it could be geological and spiritual at the same time, because this is what he was talking about. He gets the impression it's a geological event. Well, if it was just like a pole shift, which everyone talks about, is coming up, right? If he was talking about a pole shift, I don't know how that's spiritual, but maybe the pole shift is tied to this spiritual kundalini of Earth. And as Earth goes through its crazy kundalini awakening, it creates this upheaval of cataclysms on Earth. I could see that, right? Like when you go through kundalini, things, it's like this fire, this serpent that busts through you, right? So I could see that having this physical manifestation on Earth in the form of earthquakes and tsunamis and volcanoes and all that kind of fun stuff, right? So that's how it could be geological and spiritual at the same time. Now, I think this is why all these motherships and everything are here. I get the impression, and I've been told this by people that know, there are these space arcs on Earth. What if these space arcs are here? Evidently they're huge, like the size of cities. And you have that whole like 144,000 thing. What if they're gonna fill these space arcs with people that are at the right frequency? You have the right key to get in, essentially. And basically as Earth lurches and does its shit, you know, and it purges and all that as it goes through its kundalini, maybe we get off for a minute, right? You know what I mean? And then we would be going through our kundalini moment, our spiritual ascension too, and then we would come back down. And there's a lot of ancient texts that explain similar situations to what I just said. That is a possibility. I don't know. All I do know is that around us right now on Earth, there are lots and lots of extraterrestrials, interdimensionals, and aliens, and all sorts of different ships that are circling Earth, waiting for the big show. They're filling their theater seats, getting ready for showtime. And evidently showtime is coming. He said even though in the astral time breaks down, it's not linear like it is here, that they said there's like these signposts, that there's actually like events and moments that are just etched in eternity, and they're like, it's gonna happen. And they know this. And I think that's why we have disclosure the way we have disclosure coming. I think all of a sudden our governments are like, oh yeah, forgot to tell you guys, there's fucking aliens. And they just all of a sudden nonchalantly are talking about interdimensionals and non-human intelligence and all this stuff, because they know it's inevitable. As we get closer to showtime, more and more are coming. They're coming from everywhere. And there's good, there's bad, there's indifferent, there's a little bit of everything. There's alliances on both sides, and they're coming, and they're getting ready for the show. And I'm kind of getting a little frustrated that we're not being told any of this shit. So, I don't know if you're like me. I would like to be given a little bit of information, because at this point, it's freaking obvious, guys. I mean, come on. So, we need some info. Things are happening. We are a part of this change. This show is going down. We're the stars of the freaking show. Give us some information, guys. But regardless of all that, it's happening, baby. Let me know. What do you guys think about all of that? Have a beautiful day. Peace.